So I want you to look at something that was said over the weekend in Iowa by Congresswoman Bachmann. Here she is.
We know there was slavery that was still tolerated when the nation began. We know that was an evil, and it was a scourge and a blot and a stain upon our history. But we also know that the very founders that wrote those documents worked tirelessly until slavery was no more in the United States. And I think it is high time that we recognize the contribution of our forebears who worked tirelessly, men like John Quincy Adams, who would not rest until slavery was extinguished in the country.
Well, I don't know what to make of that, Sal. That's balloon head. That's not what our history was founded on. We founded on a Constitution which includes treating slaves as three-fifths of a person. It went on all the way to the Civil War. We had compromise after compromise trying to avoid a war. We went to war and lost 600,000 people in the worst catastrophe in our history because slavery continued through the 1860s and only ended because of that war. And here's this woman you've made your spokesperson saying that somehow the founding fathers dealt with it. That's the one thing they did not deal with. That was the horrible compromise that was at the heart of our Constitution. Why do you put someone like this forward who is a balloon head, who knows no American history? It's a ridiculous decision you guys have made. Do you know how little this woman knows about our history?
I think Michele Bachmann is been one of the best.
Did you just hear that stuff? Did you just hear her? Do you want me to play it again? We could rub it in, Sal. It's horrendous. What do you make of it?
I heard what she said, but
what's she talking about?
I think what she's talking about is that we cannot continue to spend money as recklessly as we have done.
That's not what she just said. She said the founding fathers got rid of slavery. Why would you say that? Why? Every high school kid has been to Mount Vernon and seen the slave quarters. What are you talking? Jefferson had slaves. All those guys had slaves. I know they were great men in other regards, but they never got rid of slavery. It's right in the Constitution. And here's this woman waving the Constitution around, powing around with Scalia, and she doesn't even know what the Constitution had in it. The treatment of slaves, African Americans, as three-fifths of people. That's in our history. You can't take it out. Explain to me what this woman's talking about.
I think she's just using that as an illustration to point out that I think Americans are...